Thousands of years ago, one decision changed human history forever. Someone looked at a horse, and instead of hunting it, instead of fearing it, they climbed onto its back. Not because anyone had taught them, not because saddles existed, not because riding was already a tradition. They were the first. But here's the mystery. How did anyone even think that was possible? Wouldn't the horse panic? Wouldn't it throw the rider to the ground? Or have we been imagining the very first ride completely wrong? Today, we'll follow the archaeological evidence, the behavior of modern horses, and a few surprisingly simple ideas to answer one of history's oldest mysteries. How did humans first ride a horse? Before horses carried people, they fed them. For tens of thousands of years, humans hunted wild horses across Europe and Asia. Cave paintings, stone spear points, and ancient butcher sites all tell the same story. To early humans, a horse wasn't transportation, it was survival. Then, something slowly began to change. Instead of killing every horse, some communities started keeping a few alive. Not as pets, not as riding animals, simply as animals that could stay close to camp. Why? Perhaps for milk, perhaps to secure a future food supply. Perhaps because living animals were simply more useful than dead ones. No one knows exactly why. But this was the beginning of something extraordinary. People often imagine the first rider jumping onto a completely wild horse. That makes for a great movie, but probably not great history. Modern horses tell us something important. Not every horse reacts the same way. Some panic. Others simply don't. Especially horses that already trust people. If a horse had spent months, or even years, living near humans, accepting touch, walking beside them, allowing people to place objects across its back, then having someone briefly sit on its back may not have been as shocking as we imagine.
That doesn't prove this is what happened.
But it changes what becomes possible. Perhaps the first rider didn't conquer a wild horse. Perhaps they simply climbed onto one that already knew them. If that sounds unlikely, spend enough time around horses. Even today, experienced horse owners know that trust can completely change a horse's response. A horse that feels threatened may flee at the slightest movement, but a horse that has learned to trust a person often accepts things that would seem impossible to a stranger. The first time a foal allows a human to touch its neck. The first time it calmly accepts a blanket across its back. The first time it stands quietly while someone leans over its body. None of those moments seem remarkable on their own. Yet each one is another small step built on trust. Perhaps thousands of years ago, the very first ride wasn't a single act of extraordinary courage. Perhaps it was simply the next small step in a relationship that had already been growing for months, or even years. Now comes the real mystery. Who actually tried first? A hunter? A shepherd? A child? Someone curious? Or perhaps someone who wasn't trying to invent horseback riding at all? Maybe they simply climbed onto the horse to reach something, or to cross a stream, or because the opportunity presented itself. History gives us no names, no eyewitnesses, no paintings showing the first ride. Only possibilities. Archaeologists believe the bow tie culture, in what is now Kazakhstan, may have been among the first people to domesticate horses around 5,500 years ago. Chemical traces inside ancient pottery suggest they drank mare's milk. Some horse teeth even show wear patterns that may have been caused by early bridles. But the evidence is still debated. And that's what makes this mystery so fascinating. And each one tells us something about both humans and horses. This may be the most important question. Everyone asks about the rider. Almost no one asks about the horse. A horse is one of nature's greatest prey animals. Its survival depends on detecting danger quickly. If carrying a human had felt like a life-threatening event, the first ride probably would have ended immediately. So why didn't it? Perhaps because, by then, that horse already trusted the person beside it. Domestication wasn't a single moment. It was thousands of quiet moments. Walking together, feeding, touching, working, learning, living alongside each other. By the time someone finally sat on that horse's back, the hardest part may already have happened. Trust. Imagine the scene. No saddle, no bridle, no audience. Just one person and one horse. The rider settles onto its back. The horse lifts its head, takes one careful step, then another. Nothing dramatic, no celebration. No one realizes what has just happened. But that quiet walk will eventually lead to mounted messengers, great migrations, entire civilizations, and a partnership unlike anything the world had seen before. Who could have imagined that one quiet ride would one day help build kingdoms, connect continents, carry explorers across lands no one had ever mapped, change the outcome of wars, and shape civilizations for thousands of years? But perhaps history's greatest achievement wasn't what horses helped us build. Perhaps it was what they helped us become. Because somewhere along the way, this relationship stopped being about transportation. It stopped being about work. It became something far more difficult to explain. Only those who have truly shared their lives with a horse understand what that friendship feels like. Their strength impresses us. Their speed amazes us. But neither is what stays with us the longest. A horse has an extraordinary ability to teach patience, to build confidence, to calm an anxious mind, and to remind us that trust cannot be demanded. It can only be earned. And perhaps that's what the first rider earned, long before they ever earned the right to ride. Perhaps that's why, thousands of years after that very first ride, people still cross oceans, wake before sunrise, and dedicate their lives to these remarkable animals. Because somewhere between fear, trust, and friendship, humans didn't just discover how to ride a horse. We discovered one of the most extraordinary partnerships in history. We'll probably never know who rode the first horse. History forgot their name. But perhaps that's not what matters most. Because the greatest discovery wasn't that a human could sit on a horse. It was that one horse, somewhere, thousands of years ago, accepted carrying a human. And from that single moment, the history of both species became forever intertwined. If you've ever looked into your horse's eyes and wondered what thousands of years of partnership really look like, you'll love this next documentary. Watch The Biggest Mistake We Make About Horses. You may never look at horse behavior the same way again.